We cling to the illusion of solitude. You lock your doors, you turn off the lights, and you pull the blanket up to your chin, believing you are finally alone. But absolute isolation is a biological impossibility. At this very moment, your body is not just a vessel, it is a planet. And on the dark side of this planet, specifically across the peaks and valleys of your face, a civilization is waking up. Deep inside the oil-rich trenches of your pores, an 8-legged biological machine is waking up. This is Demodex folliculorum, a microscopic arachnid that has colonized the hair follicles of your face to feed, mate, and die while you sleep. Let us recontextualize your face. Stop thinking of it as skin. To a creature this size, your face is a geological landscape known as the acid mantle. It is a hostile, chemically aggressive desert with a pH level designed to burn and destroy invaders. Most microorganisms land here and die instantly. But Demodex is not an accidental tourist. They are highly specialized biological machines engineered for this exact terrain. They do not just survive here. They have built an empire upon your most abundant resource, sebum, the waxy yellow oil that you frantically try to scrub away. To them, that is liquid gold. It is high-octane fuel. And like any advanced civilization, they have diversified. You are not hosting just one type of monster. You are hosting a complex ecosystem. There are 2 distinct species operating in the theater of your pores. First, there is Demodex folliculorum. These are the infantry. They occupy the shallow trenches, the hair follicles, clustering in groups, sometimes 5 or 6 to a single pore, their tails hanging out like worms from an apple. Then there is Demodex brevis. These are the deep-sea miners. They burrow past the hair follicle, descending deep into the sebaceous glands themselves, isolating themselves in the dark, oil-rich caverns where your skin produces its fats. They are solitary, elusive, and perfectly adapted to pressure. But how did they get there? Did you catch them from a pillow, a dirty towel, a pet? No. The reality is far more intimate and far more disturbing. This is not an infection you picked up. This is an inheritance. We have tracked the DNA of these mites, and it aligns perfectly with the migration of Homo sapiens. When our ancestors walked out of Africa 200,000 years ago, Demodex was already riding on their faces. They have witnessed the Ice Ages, the fall of Rome, and the invention of the atomic bomb, all from the vantage point of the human eyelash. They are the silent passengers of our history. And here is the part that usually silences the room. You were born free. When a human infant enters the world, they are sterile, no mites, no invaders, pure. But in those first tender moments, a mother's cheek pressed against a newborn, a grandmother's kiss, a father's embrace, the transfer occurs. The first colony migrates from their face to yours. It is a biological torch passed down through generations. You carry your family history not just in your genes, but in your parasites. Now, the lights in your bedroom go out. Your breathing slows. Your body temperature drops slightly as you enter the first stage of sleep. For the colony, this is the signal. Melatonin is not just a hormone for you. For them, it is a chemical siren, a call to arms. Let us descend into the follicle, the deep, vertical shaft where the creature has been waiting in a state of suspended animation. Observe the movement. It does not crawl like an insect.
It drags itself like a seal on a beach, using 4 pairs of stubby hydraulic legs equipped with microscopic claws. It grips the side of your hair shaft, pulling its heavy cigar-shaped body upward against the pull of gravity. It breaches the surface. To Demodex, your face at night is a cold, oily tundra, and they are looking for one thing: contact. The surface of your nose becomes a mating ground. Males patrol the ridges of your pores, scanning for the chemical signature of a female. When they meet, it is not a gentle embrace. It is a collision of armored tanks. They grapple in the dark, their chitinous exoskeleton scraping against your dead skin cells. If you could amplify the sound of this microscopic frenzy, your pillow would sound like a construction site. But the true horror begins after the mating. The female must feed to support the eggs developing inside her translucent abdomen. She needs protein, she needs fat, she needs you. She finds a fresh, living skin cell. Look at her mouth parts. She does not have jaws that chew. She has retractable, needle-like stylets, biological switchblades hidden within her head. She presses her face against the cell wall. Snap! The stylets puncture the membrane of your cell. She injects an enzyme that liquefies the cytoplasm, the very essence of your biological structure. Then she begins to pump. She sucks the liquefied contents of the cell into her gut, leaving behind a collapsed, dead husk. She does this hundreds of times a night, a systematic extraction of your resources. But here is the design flaw, or perhaps the cruelest joke of evolution that makes Demodex truly terrifying. We need to talk about their digestion. Every living thing on Earth eats, and every living thing excretes. It is the fundamental law of biology. Input requires output.
But Demodex is different. It has a mouth, it has a stomach, but it has no anus. It has no mechanism to expel waste. From the moment it hatches to the moment it dies, it never defecates, not once. It stores every drop of waste, every toxin, and every digested bit of your skin inside its own body. It is a walking septic tank. As it ages, its body swells, becoming darker and heavier with a lifetime of accumulated filth. It is a biological time bomb ticking away on your cheek. And eventually, the clock runs out. The life cycle of a male is roughly 2 weeks. When his time is up, he does not leave. He crawls back into the safety of a pore, wedges himself deep into the sebum, and dies. And then the containment breaches. His body disintegrates. A lifetime of stored feces, waste, and bacteria is released in a single microscopic explosion directly into your skin. This is not just rot, it is a biohazard event. They carry bacteria like Bacillus oleronius inside them. When the mite explodes, the bacteria are unleashed, triggering your immune system to panic. That redness you see in the mirror, that irritation, that is your body reacting to the sudden detonation of a garbage truck in your pores. They live on you, they eat you, and their final act is to rot inside you.
We have seen the horror. Now let us examine the engineering. To understand Demodex, you must stop seeing it as a parasite and start seeing it as a masterclass in stealth technology. Your face is patrolled by the most ruthless security force on the planet, the human immune system. White blood cells are biological hunter-killers designed to identify and liquidate anything that does not share your DNA. So how does an arachnid the size of a grain of salt live undetected in a militarized zone for decades? The answer lies in chemical camouflage. Demodex has evolved a unique exoskeleton that mimics the chemical signature of your own skin. To your white blood cells, the mite is invisible. It does not read as invader, it reads as self. It is the biological equivalent of a soldier wearing the enemy uniform to walk through their base camp. This explains the missing anus design we discussed earlier. In Phase 3, it seemed like a cruel joke. In Phase 4, we recognize it as a tactical necessity. Defecation leaves a chemical trail. If they excreted waste, they would leave a breadcrumb trail of toxins that your immune system could track back to the source. By holding their waste inside their bodies until death, they maintain zero emissions. They are stealth bombers that never show up on radar until they crash. But their engineering goes beyond stealth. Let us look at their sensors. Demodex has no eyes. Deep in your pores, eyes are useless. Instead, they operate using intense photosensitivity and chemoreception. They are negatively phototactic. They recoil from light. If you shine a flashlight on your face, they do not see the beam, but their skin burns with the radiation. This triggers an immediate retreat protocol. They can detect the presence of melatonin in your sweat, using your own sleep hormones as a clock to launch their nightly raids. However, like all machines, they have a breaking point. The balance between Demodex and human is a fragile peace treaty. Sometimes the treaty breaks. This is what we call demodecosis, or in milder forms, rosacea. If your immune system weakens, or if the oil production in your skin spikes, the population explodes. Instead of 5 mites per pore, you might have 20. The high-rise effect occurs. They pack so tightly into the follicle that they physically distend the pore, stretching the skin until it cracks. When they die in these numbers, the load of released bacteria overwhelms the immune system's blind spot. The stealth fails. Your body realizes it is infested. The immune system launches a scorched earth response. It floods the face with blood, heat, and inflammation to cook the invaders out. That red flush on a person's cheeks, that is not a blush. That is a biological airstrike called in on a civilian population to kill the insurgents hiding in the bunkers. It's a war of attrition. And usually, the mites win, because you cannot burn down your own face to save it.
We spend our lives in a desperate pursuit of purity. We scrub, we exfoliate, we sanitize. We buy creams and serums, believing that if we try hard enough, we can separate ourselves from the dirt of the biological world. But Demodex teaches us a humbling lesson. Purity is a myth. You are not a single autonomous individual. You are a colony. You are a habitat. You are a landscape. To these creatures, your eyelashes are redwoods, your pores are caves, and your oil is the river of life. We look up at the stars, terrified of the idea that aliens might one day land on Earth and colonize us. We build telescopes to scan the horizon from monsters, but we are looking in the wrong direction. The invasion happened 200,000 years ago. The aliens are not coming. They are already here. They have conquered the most valuable real estate on the planet, the human face, and they did it without firing a single shot, simply by being small enough to hide in plain sight. So, tonight, when you turn off the light and lay your head on the pillow, when the room goes silent and you feel safe in your solitude, wait for the itch.
It is a reminder that even in your most private moments, you are serving a greater purpose. You are the soil for their garden. Sleep tight, and remember, you are never, ever alone.